Hello, Danny here. Today I'm going to share some updates for you. Let's start off with some regulatory environment news, which are not so bullish, but anyway, Reuters reported that stablecoins, which we already said, probably face same regulatory environment like banks, like traditional payments, which essentially kind of indicates that organizations who issue stablecoins will have to will have to have some certain banking license. Companies like Circle, who does USDC, or Tether, who does USDT. So this if you imagine having a banking license or something similar for stablecoins, which essentially means also that everyone who will use those stablecoins, buy or sells those stablecoins, will have to have KYC in place, which potentially means all your wallets which hold coins will have to have be linked to a user, which is KYC'd. And also, if you do transactions, is essentially probably recorded within the stablecoin company, because they are responsible to avoid any anti-money laundering or whatsoever. So this will help, of course, overall global adoption on the institutional level. However, I think it also can stifle a lot of innovation, because all those DeFi protocols, DeFi projects, they would not really, they are all decentralized, right? So there is no central body, there is no KYC. So we will have to see how this turns out. Okay, so that's enough of the FUD. Let's go into the charts. We have seen some very nice run-up of Bitcoin over the last days. You can see that here on the charts. This is dominance. This is this chart here. You can see there was some big pump. So you remember we had the all-time high, we dumped. Then this supposedly looks like a cup and handle, which it does now, after we pumped over the recent days. Substantially broke a couple of resistances and are here now above 54k, which I think is very bullish. There's one more major trend line to break, which is this one. We touched it a couple of times, so this will come next. But after that, then all-time high, and there is pretty much clear sky. So over here, if we break above this trend line, I think 57k, I think that's very bullish, because I don't think there's so much resistance here at the all-time high. So therefore, there could be potentially new price discovery, which can shoot up pretty quickly. Now, why did that pump happen? Even though the stock market clearly, went down, if you look at the when you look at the SPX, for example, so we see here, yeah, there was some massive downtrend, which is still intact. We haven't been back above this line, above the initial breakdown. So, and we see here a bearish closing candle, right? So inside outside bar. So it looks still not very good for the stock market. We also have this chart here, which shows all the financial institutions. This is a little bit the financial sector. This looks a little bit better. However, it also looks like either it's on top, it's topping out, and it struggles to just continue to go higher anyway. So interesting to see that. Looking at the transportation index, still weak, much more weak than the stock market, for example, the bounce. So we will have to monitor that. Overall, we see definitely a decoupling for now, at least, of the stock market, which went down, and Bitcoin, which went up recently. So this decoupling, if this continues, it's very positive for the market. All right, so my expectations for the next days. Okay, now this weekend is coming, so weekend there's not so much. There can be a lot of manipulation going on the weekend, because institutional traders not really trade on their weekends. So only whales might play around a little bit. But overall, we might go back to that support line, test that support line, and eventually break through. This all might have happened as a front run to a potential ETF approval in October. So let's see if this ETF will get approved. Let's see if this is continuing as a bullish continuation. Ultimately, we broke the bearish trend by having a new higher high. Okay, this was the last high. We had a higher high. Oh, that's very positive. Okay, that's for the charts. Now we look at some other bullish news. Some banking giant, US bank, is implementing some custodian service for cryptocurrencies or for Bitcoin. And this is a very large retail bank. This US bank wealth management and investment service has about 8.6 trillion assets under management. So this is a very large bank in the States which offers custodian service. Essentially, clients can potentially store their Bitcoin within their services, within their bank, which then enables potentially some insurance against losses and so on. So this is, and it will bring Bitcoin more to the masses again. Very bullish. Yet another bullish news in Brazil, potentially Bitcoin will also get adopted and even as a legal payment. So legal tender. So this we will see. This is not 100% confirmed, but it looks positive. So after El Salvador, Brazil is moving forward with that. Another bullish news is this Bank of America did actually a report, which is also Bank of America, right? It's one of the largest one in the States, one of the most well-known one. And they actually said that in general, it says digital assets are too large to ignore. Okay, that's kind of the overall summary of that report, which is very bullish. Okay. And Wall Street Journal, this is something cool I found online. So you see here, this is actually a walk-in cryptocurrency exchange, which is funny. It's a shop essentially where you can go in, walk in and pay in cash and buy Bitcoin. So they will help you to actually buy it if you don't like to use an app, if you don't trust the app, or if you're just old-fashioned, you can just go in there, they will create a wallet and buy for you some crypto and store it for you. So I found it pretty interesting, pretty cool. It's in Croatia. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.